there. If you're a real estate professional looking to streamline your processes and provide top-notch service to your sellers, you're in the right place. Today we're talking about what should a realtor do for a seller. Let's get started. If this is your first time visiting my channel, my name is Carrie Jonicus and I am the owner and a transaction manager at Amplified Transaction Services. If you would like to find out more information about how we can help you, you can visit our website at www.amplifiedtransactions.com. As a realtor working on behalf of a seller, there are several key responsibilities and actions you should undertake to provide exceptional service and achieve the best possible outcome for your client. Now, before I jump into some of the tasks, remember that not all agents are created equal and some will do more than others. It depends on what you have agreed upon with your seller. So here are some of those essential tasks. Pricing strategy. You want to conduct a comparative market analysis or CMA to determine the optimal listing price for the property based on its features, location, recent sales, and market condition. Next is property preparation. So you want to offer guidance to the seller on how to prepare the property for listing, which may include decluttering, staging, making necessary repairs or improvements, and enhancing curb appeal. Going further on the property preparation, something that I always told my sellers was to take 3/4 of what they own and box it up. They're moving anyway, so there's no reason why they shouldn't do this. And it just helps when the buyer is walking through the property, they're actually seeing the layout, the flow, instead of seeing all of the personal items. And I'm sure even if you're a brand new agent, you know that when you are showing buyers a home, when they're really cluttered, it's really hard for the buyer to get a really good grasp of seeing themselves in that house when there's way too many personal effects. I can't tell you how many times that I've taken a buyer on a showing and we walk through the house and I get outside and say, "Hey, what did you think of that property?" And they say, "Oh, it was so cool that they went to Hawaii, and I wonder where at in Hawaii they went to," and they were focused on the personal aspects of the property as opposed to "Oh wow, that living room was really spacious. Oh wow, I could really see myself, with that finished basement," things like that. They're not mentioning that, and so to me that strikes as a problem for the seller that they did not prepare their property appropriately for selling. They just wanted to put it on the market and see what happens. Can those properties still sell? Yes. However, those properties usually sit a little bit longer because the buyers are unable to get in the right mind frame because they are seeing all of these personal effects. So that definitely is something that you want to prepare your sellers for, is preparing their property appropriately so it can sell quickly and for the highest dollar. Now we're leading into the marketing plan. You want to develop a customized marketing strategy to effectively promote the property to potential buyers. This may include professional photography, virtual tours, high quality listing descriptions, targeted online and offline advertising, and leveraging your network and connection. One thing to note on the marketing side, I strongly recommend that you do an actual walkthrough tour and not just a picture virtual tour. A walkthrough tour really helps connect the client or the buyer to the property as opposed to just seeing a bunch of pictures flowing through. We want to see you selling that property, right? So we want to see you walking through the front door. Tell me what I should know about the property that makes me want to buy that property. When you walk through that front door, what should they be looking for? What is something that they would absolutely love? When you walk through the front door, there is a wonderful place a huge closet to store all of your belongings, just something like that. Going through and actually selling the property, right? When you do a video tour, yes, it's showing the pictures and that's lovely, but you're not selling the property. The buyers will connect more with a person talking about the property and actually selling it to them than they will just looking at a picture and be like, "Oh, that's great, that's great." They might not think. You might walk through and say, "This is a great spot to put an office." And they may not have looked at that picture and thought, "Oh, wow, that's a great place to put an office." But because you've said it and you've sold the property to them, they now can picture themselves, "Oh, wow, that would be really great. I want to take a look at this property." So those are some additional things that you can do to market the property. And remember, you're a real estate agent and you are selling homes. So you have to be able to sell the property. So don't just rely on the photos to sell the property itself. We want to hear your take and you getting in there and actually selling it to us. And of course, you're going to want a listing agreement. You want to prepare and review the listing agreement with the seller, outlining the terms and conditions of the arrangement, including the commission rate, duration of the listing, and any other pertinent details. It's really important that you are going over the contract with them to make sure that they understand what they are signing. Now, of course, if you work in a state where there are attorneys, you may want to recommend that they talk to an attorney to make sure that they are comfortable with what they are signing. I've been a real estate agent and we work in an attorney state, and so there have been many times where my sellers have wanted to have their attorney review the listing agreement. There was nothing, no negative respect for me. It was just the client wanted to feel comfortable having their attorney review the listing agreement. Now, most listing agreements are standard listing agreements through a brokerage, so it's very unlikely that there would be any changes that the attorney would want to make, but you want to make your client feel comfortable, and so if they feel comfortable, having an attorney review it, absolutely you want them to be comfortable and you want them to be able to send that to their attorney, or you send it to the attorney on their behalf so they can review that. Once the property is on the MLS, you are then going to want to coordinate and schedule showings and open houses to showcase the property to any interested buyers. Providing guidance on how to present the property in the best light during these events is super important. Communication is just so important. I just cannot stress this enough. Whether you're selling or buying, maintaining open and transparent communication throughout the process, providing regular updates on market activity, feedback, potential buyers, or any changes in the strategy is super important. And the next step, hopefully, is negotiating. You want to represent the seller's best interest during the negotiating process, working to secure the most favorable terms and price for the sale of the property. You want to present and discuss all offers with the seller, offering guidance and advice based on your expertise. And of course, unless you hire Amplify Transaction Services, you will be doing transaction management by overseeing all aspects of the transaction, including coordinating with other real estate professionals, managing paperwork and documentation, and ensuring compliance with legal and regulatory requirements. You are also going to guide your seller through the closing process, coordinating with the title company or attorneys, lenders, and any other parties involved to ensure a smooth and successful closing. And just like with the buyers, you want to provide that post-sale support. So provide support and assistance to the seller even after the sale has been completed, addressing any questions, concerns, and help them in transition to their new steps. Maybe they're going to a new property, or maybe they're kind of in flux. So be there as that support person for them. By fulfilling these responsibilities and delivering that exceptional service, of course, you can help your seller to navigate the complexities of the real estate market with confidence and achieve their goals. Well, there you have it. Of course, there may be extra tasks that you may do for your sellers to make it unique to your level of service. If you are looking to make an impact in your transactions, we would love the opportunity to discuss how we can help. Please reach out via text at 815-293-7701. You can also call me at that number, or by email at info@amplifiedtransactions.com. Thank you so much for stopping by, and if you want to stay in the loop with all the cool stuff we're doing here, make sure to ring that notification bell. It's like our secret handshake, but digital. I'll see you on the next one.